Hello and welcome. It is Monday, and I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming, and it's time for the gaming news for this week. That said, there isn't a lot going on this week. I don't know if it's because of COVID. I don't know if it's just because summertime blues. I don't know if it's just this gap in information. Um, because normally this would be convention season, and now all the conventions are online, so people are hustling and bustling to convert to the online format, or it's because Free RPG Day is, I think, this weekend, so I don't know, but there's really not a lot of gaming news. And plus, there's something going on with Google and Facebook and the interweb. All my pages are different, and I have to keep registering. I don't know if it's my computer. I don't know if there's some change. I don't know if it's just extra security measures because of the big hacking that happened. I don't know if you guys heard, Bill Gates, President Obama, a bunch of other people, major people got Twitter hacked. So they're up-ramping the security and changing the outlook of the interweb in response to this. So that said, there really isn't a lot of gaming news that I have found this week that doesn't pertain to, oh, look, D&D is trying to get more woke by changing things and backwards changing things, and we will address that in a second. So what's going on this week that we have found out? I've just spent the last 20 minutes trying to find some gaming news. Not much. Amazon is having a huge sale on D&D books and D&D bundles. I guess trying to get rid of the old stuff before the new, recycled, reprinted, now 2020 woke appropriate SJW. Ooh, look, orcs aren't an evil race anymore, so all the old stuff's got to go out so they can make room for the new stuff. So you have to buy it all over again. So there's a big sale on D&D stuff at Amazon. A couple of the web series have come to an end this week. As you know, over the weekend there was the Founders and Legends charity stream. One actual founder, James M. Ward, was there, so it's nice to finally see a founder show up for Founders and Legends. As for the actual Legends, TJ Storm, Satine Phoenix, Luke Gygax, and Stephen Podolsky were there. The rest were all people I'd never heard of before or what their association with Dungeons & Dragons is. So how are you a legend if I've never heard of you? But James Ward was there, so yeah. And Mercer, of course. Yeah, and there's really not a lot going on this week. So let's address the thing then. So right now I'm looking at an article that WOTC is looking to hire a senior manager whose whole job is diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I'm looking at another thing about how D&D is going to be changing from races to ancestries and cultures. Pretty much exactly the same thing that Paizo did with Pathfinder 2. Everybody starts as the same sort of amorphous blob, and then you kind of build the character using ancestry charts and culture charts and background charts, and oh, you're half orc, half elf, half tree, half sandwich. You know, your first 5 years you spent in a circus, then you joined a monastery, and then at the end you're just sort of this weird hodgepodge, semi-broken mess of a character because you took all these ancestries and cultures and backgrounds to make yourself more like Critical Role. Fuck you, Critical Role. So yeah, and this is all in response to the whole, oh, D&D's racist because of orcs and whatever. Now, D&D, or Wizards of the Coast, also did this thing recently where they went after all the legacy products like Oriental Adventures, Ravenloft, Palace of the Vampire Queen, Hidden Shrine of Takamacho, White Plume Mountain, and put warnings on them. And basically the way the warnings are phrased is that if you ever bought this product, we apologize for this product. We don't want to have anything. We wash our hands of this product. We apologize for this product. If you ever bought this product, read this product, or thought about this product, or own this product, well, you're racist. Here's our apology. Here's this warning. Don't look at this because it has racist text, right? Sexist, racist, anti-Semitic, whatever content in it. And we're basically, by the way it's written, we're saying that anybody who does have this, or anybody who did buy it, or anybody who worked on it, or knows anybody who was associated, like I know somebody who worked on Oriental Adventures, John Ruda, and so because of that, you are falling under this censorship SJW, that you're racist because you bought it. So because I owned a copy of Oriental Adventures, I'm a racist. Now, what Wizards of the Coast is failing to respond to is the fact, well, hey, when this product came out, we never meant it to be a discourse on the history and culture of the Orient. No, we were just trying to milk the ninja craze of that time in the 80s, just like everybody else was. Ninjas were huge. It was the thing. Everybody wanted to be a ninja. Everybody wanted ninjas in every role-playing game. Every Marvel character was a ninja now, or trained with a ninja. We had Daredevil in the hand. We had Wolverine. We had Psylocke. We had all these. We had Elektra. We had Batman. We had Lady Shiva. Ninjas were huge. And Wizard TSR wanted to milk that. Every game company at that point in time was coming out with some ninja supplement or some Orient supplement, trying to milk the anime ninja Japanese fascination that was happening at that point in time in history. So it was never ever fucking meant to be an actual, oh, this is the actual history of the Orient, and these are actual depictions of actual Oriental culture. So like, no, here's some hodgepodge fantasy of Oriental cultures that we saw in movies and cartoons and comic books and kung fu films because we want to milk the ninja phase. So basically, we are making this entire book so we can have a ninja class because we know all our audience wants ninjas, just like every other game company at that point in time did ninjas. Ninjas were huge. But rather than say, oh, we did this to make money, you're saying, oh, we're sorry we did this because it was racist. It was never racist. There's nothing racist about it. It's not factual. It's not based on anything real. It's based upon this idea that ninjas are cool. So yeah, that's the big news, is that they are doing this, and there are people who are upset about the way it was phrased, because the way it's phrased basically says, if you ever own this product, you're one of these horrible people. And it's like, that's not true. I'm not, whatever. I mean, it does not, one has nothing to do with the other. Plenty of people who own that product and use that product and played in those campaigns, not racist, couldn't care less. It was like, I don't care what color you are. Let's just fucking play D&D. So yeah, I guess that's the news. And I guess maybe that's why the news of gaming right now is just so quiet, is because everybody is either reacting to this post-woke censorship, orcs are evil bullshit, or waiting to see if they have to redo their product to fall under this new 1984 freedom is slavery, 2 + 2 is 5, what we the needs of the few outweigh the needs of the truth bullshit. So who knows? But there's really no game news going on, other than there's some, Gen Con is going online, Gary Con is going online. Apparently there's some controversy now regarding Gary Con that I still have to look into before I comment on that. Free RPG Day is happening. I think it's this weekend, but since there's no game stores open, I don't know how you're going to go get the product. I guess it's all PDFs online, which you could go and get anyways, most of these free products at Drive-Thru RPG. DM Dave is still putting out his free stuff every day. Arcane Library is putting out a lot of free stuff. And Wizards of the Coast, of course, has their free COVID-19 resource page. But I really don't want to give Wizards of the Coast any press right now, because this just, I understand why it's happening. I understand the sentiment, and yes, Black Lives Matter, and yes, these are issues that need to be confronted so we can become better people. But holding the past in a position of anger and expecting things that were written 10, 20, 30, 100 years ago to meet up to our standards of today. Our standards, which are exaggerated and heightened and blown out of proportions because we are so angry over what has happened this year, and we have so much energy and we're just sitting at home doing nothing, so we need someplace to direct that energy. So things that would have been like, oh, well, here's this, are now like, it's this, because we have nothing else to do with our energy. So even if it doesn't involve us whatsoever, we're going to get angry at it, and we're going to blow it out of proportion, and we're going to take something small and make it huge instead of focusing what really is important. And what is important is not saying, oh, something that was written 30 years ago might be racist. It's saying, let's educate people. Let's create positive energy to change the dichotomy of the world, to change the paradigm of today, so this does not happen again tomorrow. And censorship is not the way to do it. But I think maybe that's why there's no news right now, is because everybody's just sort of in this holding pattern. And yeah, okay, well, there I go. I just went blabbering off about a bunch of bullshit and probably pissed everybody off, but it's not like I fucking care. So I'm going to take this moment to shill, and please take a moment to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. Help me hit 200 subs by August 4th, and there will be huge birthday-related shenanigans where I will eat a bunch of weird food and go on a weird expedition and do something self-destructive like eat the world's hottest chip or something. So if you want to see me make an utter fool out of myself, help me hit 200 subs by August 4th. And I will talk to you losers later.